Hello everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Today I have my fiance with me.
Hi guys.
This is Mike, and today we're going to be doing the boyfriend tag. I am so sorry it's been taking me a while to do some of these videos. I had a family emergency a couple days ago, and I just got back into town today. Well, I should say last night. And if you guys can hear me, I have a little bit of a sore throat, so I'm just gonna try and do this video as best as I can for you guys. And we'll get started. We're just gonna do a few things about how we met and show some pictures and just sort of talk about how me and him are who we are today. So I hope you guys like this video. You know, just let me know. Now, I'm sure you guys are asking what everybody asks. How did we meet? And I met him originally through my sister-in-law and my brother. Well, like, face to face. But I kind of knew him on Xbox Live for like, I think a month or two. And then I met him at my niece's first birthday, and then he was on Xbox Live for a few more times, and then for the second time I had met him, is it in the fall, right?
Somewhere in the fall, yeah.
Yeah, somewhere in the fall, and we went to Dave & Buster's.
You even met me at the beach too.
Yeah, and I met him at the beach too. I met him a couple of times.
So I was around.
Yeah, the sort of like talking and all that was when we were at the beach, and it was only a couple words because I was with somebody at the time, and I sort of just talked to him a little bit, and we were swimming in the water. Well, he was swimming in the water. I can't really swim, so I held on to him. And we it was just like awkward silence for like 5 minutes. And then like my ex had swam back and got me so that way he could teach me how to swim. And that didn't work. I still didn't know how to swim. I was still too afraid. So after the beach, I would say a couple months later, when me and him had broken up, I stayed single for a while. Well, actually, no. We went to Dave & Buster's.
Yeah, she was broken up with him.
Yes, I was broken up with him, and then my brother thought it'd be a good idea for us to get out since he was broken up with his ex and I was broken up with my ex. But it wasn't like a date. It was just like, you know, having some family time and spending time with each other and everything. And to me, it was so awkward. It felt like it was a date.
Because really we were sitting by each other, taking pictures, eating together, and it was like, what's going on?
It felt really, really, like, awkward. Like, is he trying to ask me out? Or, you know, does he like me? But at the time, I wasn't trying to get into a relationship. All my relationships, I pretty much rushed into them. I'm like, I like you, you know, so let's go out and all that. But with him, I wanted to take my time because I needed to take a step back from all my relationships and learn from them, and then sort of just think, am I really ready for another relationship? And when I met him and had the time to actually think about it, I said, well, give me some time and I'll let you know. Because what happened was, I think after a month, well, not even a month, I think it was like a week or two, that I was broken up. I had gotten a text message or I think a phone call, and my brother was like, do you like Mikey at all? I was like, I don't...
If you guys are asking who's Mikey, that's what they all call me.
Yeah.
That's my nickname with my family. If it's not Mikey, it's Miguel or Michael, you know.
Yeah. But anyways, he had asked me if I had liked him, and I said I kind of did. And he asked if I wanted his number, and I said, yeah, I could get his number. And so I had called his cell phone. No, it was your cell phone, right?
Yeah, it was my cell phone.
It was a cell phone.
I had Cricket at the time.
Yeah. Excuse me, I'm dehydrated. I called his phone, and I was just point blank. I'm like, is this Mike? And he's like, yeah, who's this? I was like, this is David's sister. He's like, oh, how did you get my number? I was like, David gave it to me. I wanted to ask you something. And I kind of just put it out there. I was like, I heard from a little birdie that you like me. And he's like, who told you? Who told you? And I was like, my brother did. He's like, oh, like, I could tell in his voice that he was embarrassed. Because, you know, I was just point blank, like, I know that you like me or whatever. And he was asking if I liked him, and I said, yeah, but right now, since I had just broken up with my ex, I needed to take some personal time to find what I want out of a relationship and to just really find myself. So I think for about a couple of days, I just talked to him as friends, and then when I really started getting to know him and he got to know me, then I said we can try it as a relationship, but very slow. And pretty much all from there. Like, we didn't, like, take it too fast. We took it actually pretty slow. It was actually more slower for me from most of the relationships I've ever had, because usually, I don't know, like, like, we didn't get to have our first kiss right away. I think it was like a week or 2 weeks that we didn't even have our first kiss or anything. We just texted and stuff like that and talked on the phone. And then 1 week I actually went out to Chicago to visit my sister-in-law and all that, and, you know, visit my brother and my niece. And then I believe he was supposed to pick me up from Greyhound. And even though he does not like to admit it, he got lost.
I did not get lost.
He got lost. My sister-in-law gave him the same directions I gave him, and he still got lost. And it was actually pretty funny because it was raining. I'll let him tell you the story.
I did not get lost.
Yes, you did get lost.
She told me to go down this one shortcut road. Now, downtown is pretty big, okay? I went down that street. So I called my cousin back, and she's like, no, you're not supposed to go that one. You're supposed to go one more up. I was like, oh. So
I ended up fighting him. I called my sister-in-law. I'm like, where is he? Where is he? And at the same time, I'm so nervous because it's our first time meeting each other as basically boyfriend and girlfriend. And it was awkward, but it was nice at the same time, because when I actually found him, I actually gave him a hug, and our first kiss, believe it or not, was in the rain. It was really sweet, romantic.
Yeah, it was.
And I was like, we went to go hold hands for the first time, and, like, I can remember my hand shaking, and I can remember his hand shaking. So we're like this, you know, shaking, and then we finally hold each other's hand, and I give him a kiss, and he has a big smile on his face. So he takes my bag, and then we have to go across this really long bridge. What bridge is it?
The Roosevelt Road Bridge.
Yeah, in Chicago, and it's like a long bridge, and then we have to go all the way across it to our bus stop, and then go from that bus all the way straight down to where my brother used to live. It would take like about, sorry, my rabbit's out. It would take about, like, what, half 30 minutes?
About 30 minutes. It depends on traffic, because all the way on Roosevelt, there's always traffic, accidents, you name it.
Really bad road to be on, especially at night.
Plus construction.
Yeah.
Always on that road.
And that's why me and him are so glad now that we have a car, because now it's just, we could drive anywhere we want to now. Like, that's why we're so happy and blessed that we have a car to just go around. Now we don't have to be like, I need the bus. Like, there was actually one time where, like, I don't mean to get off topic, but, like, there was one time I had to take the bus to meet him at a little job that he had. And it felt so weird just waiting for the bus. And, like, it was summer, so it was, like, hot. And I'm like, I'm happy we have a car. Because, like, as soon as I met him at work to give him his lunch that he forgot, I was like, I can't stand the bus. Like, once you have a car, like, you just have that feeling like you could do whatever. And it's more convenient, because, like, with bus, it's like, you're waiting and waiting and waiting. It's like, I mean, I could do probably, like, city train or whatever, but not bus. Can't stand the bus. Not unless I'm with my family or whatever, because just by yourself, it's so boring. And then, on top of that, too, I have people hitting on me. It's, like, ridiculous.
Yeah, plus you gotta watch out for thieves and stuff on the train.
Yeah.
Because there's been stories that people have been stealing cell phones, wallets,
And his mom actually had her cell phone stolen on the Pink Line. So that's why I'm like, I just, me and him both grew up in Chicago, and now looking back at it,
we left.
Yeah. I told him if it was up to me, I'd rather live in a suburb of Chicago than to actually live in Chicago, just because everything that goes on in Chicago, I don't condone violence. I really don't. Neither does him. So that's why we stay far away. But moving on, getting back to on topic of our little, first meeting and all that. After we first met and all that, we were at my brother's house for like a day or two, and then they actually surprised me and said they wanted me to meet his grandma, which she's really close with his grandmother. She basically raised him.
She's a nice lady.
And so we went to his grandma's house for like one day, and then would come back to my brother's house. And, we had our first date.
Actually, we stayed at my grandma's house for a couple of days.
Yeah, like 2 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was 2 days. And then went back to my brother's house. That was actually when we had our first date at Cozy Corner. It's a small restaurant by where his grandma lives.
It's a hot dog stand. It's really a nice place. I mean, you can go there. You can go in there, sit, talk with anybody.
And his friend works there too.
Plus, my friend, yeah, he works there.
But anyways, had our first date there, and it was pretty nice. Like, we got to sit down together and talked about our past relationships and all that, and really got to know each other and just sort of understand each other at a better level. He understood how my past was with my exes, because there are things that my exes did in the past that I don't like any future boyfriend ever do. And that's, basically lying and all that, and he understands that fully now. And just like, for me, I don't condone lying, especially lying about who you have sex with. So, and also, I make sure that we both get tested and everything before we even had sexual contact at all. So, I mean, I know he's clean and all that, but you just never know who that other person sleeps with before they sleep with you. So, and he used to go out with some ratchet people, really ratchet girls. So, and if some of you guys don't know what ratchet is, it's basically like saying it's basically like saying nasty
or dirty.
Yeah, he used to go out with some really slutty girls, basically, that always cheated on him. I always went out with jerks that were too lazy, didn't want to do nothing with their life. So that pretty much tells you that. And also abusive. And my rabbit keeps chewing on everything. You could kind of hear her in the background nibbling at stuff. She's sitting right in front of me. She's a freaking weirdo, I swear. But I'll do a video on her too. She's a weirdo.
She's funny, actually.
But anyways, getting back to all that. After we got to know each other and all that, we came back to my brother's house, and then we actually had our first double date, which you could say is our first date or whatever. We went to this pizza place right across the street from where my brother used to live, and they had a little pool machine there, and my brother and him played pool. And then me and my sister-in-law ate, pizza and mozzarella sticks with my niece. So we had a really good time. And, went back to their house, hung out, and then he actually had to go home to take care of his grandma and all that. So I gave him a hug and a kiss. I said, see you later. And then I ended up going back to where I live, I think, a couple days later. And then he actually donated his blood and was able to
come out
here where I live. So, yeah, pretty much it. And then, just from there, our love has just grown even more stronger. And I actually do have a couple of pictures I want to share with you guys before this video gets, super long. So, the first picture I'll show you guys is from the double date that we had with my brother. And my sister-in-law took this picture of us, and I've had it ever since, but I just barely printed it out like a month ago. And this is our first picture, like actually together, that we took. Our other picture that we took was actually when he was at the Greyhound station leaving. This was like back in December of last year.
Yeah.
And he would actually come every other week to go see me, if not once a month. But he would still see me.
Yeah, because
Oh, go ahead, you can talk.
Because the job I was working at, I was at a temp, so I didn't get my check until like every Friday. So I would have to wait one day or a week to come out.
Yeah. And then this was actually, well, not too recent, but this is actually when we were at Chuck E. Cheese in like,
Excuse me.
for one of his cousin's birthdays in like September, October. I don't really remember. And then like our newest picture, well actually I have two, and they're in little albums. This is actually from Valentine's Day this year. And this is actually our first Valentine's Day where we're proud enough to say that we not only just went out on a date, but we, was able to have a car and actually go out to a nicer restaurant than we went to last year. Last year we went to McDonald's on foot.
Yeah, we didn't like that.
And it was just horrible.
People were rude, and we almost got hit.
Yeah. And then this is our other picture. Well, I mean, it's pretty much another Valentine's Day picture, but in a different pose, different frame. And at the bottom here, if you guys can see, it says Sarah and Mike. Well, Miguel, actually. His full name that he was born with. Excuse me 1 second.
Sorry, guys, I'm petting the rabbits right here by me.
But, yeah, I mean, there's not really much to say. And then we got engaged actually like 2 or 3 months ago, and we're going to be getting married April 4th, for some of you guys that didn't know that. And we are proud to say that we've paid for pretty much almost every single thing for the wedding.
Oh yeah.
The only thing,
even though we did it little by little, it still counts.
The only thing we did not well, the only thing that we're not paying for is for the paperwork and for the certificate. My brother is generous enough to be paying for that. That is basically like our wedding gift from him. And we go into City Hall and sign all the paperwork and get all that done. I believe she said the 28th, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have
around
to be
the 20,
out there.
around the 28th, we have to be out there. But, you know, with everything going on with my mom being in the hospital right now, we have to kind of
take it
day by day. So, it's just very, very stressful right now. So, we're just trying to take it day by day and, you know, hope for the best. Everything's going okay. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. We really don't have really much to say except for, like, you know, of course, every young couple would like to have a family one day.
Yep.
I mean, that's everybody's dream, to have a family one day. It's not easy for me to get pregnant, so that makes it kind of hard. So, if I haven't mentioned in any of my videos, I am going to be seeing a doctor this month on the 26th. An OB doctor. And just kind of see where I can go and what kind of, you know, treatment or medicine I have to be on. So hopefully that appointment goes great, and I will be letting you guys know, because having irregular periods is not easy to have. I mean, sure, you don't get your period for a while, but at the same time, you kind of miss it. It's really weird, because when I started my periods, I'm like, no, I don't want to have it. But now that I don't have them, I want to have my period again. So that way, I know for sure that I'll be able to have a family with him. Because, I mean, he's always wanted to be a dad. I mean, always wanted to be a dad. So, hopefully, one day we're able to have a baby. And then, you know, just start our family. I mean, we'll be married and having kids, so yeah, hopefully. And I'm really missing anything?
I don't think so.
I know excuse me. I know it's been mainly me talking. But if you guys don't mind, if there's any other things that we may have missed, or you want to get to know him,
or if you guys want me to talk more, just comment down below and let her know, because I usually don't talk much. No,
yeah.
Especially if I'm on camera, no.
He's not really a camera person, so, but I love him.
I love you too.
He's my baby.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know, I'm trying to figure out, because, like, we don't want to make this super long, but we don't want to make it super short. So, give me 1 second to check the time on here, because I'm doing this through my phone. So, give me 1 second. Okay, 23 minutes. We're okay. Usually we do this over 23 minutes, so.
Yeah, like 30.
Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out what to say. I cook, I clean, he cooks, he cleans, we take turns.
Especially when it comes to the dishes.
I cut his hair. He doesn't cut mine. I cut my own hair.
Darn
it. And he gives great foot massages and back massages. And he likes playing video games. I like playing video games. And
basically, we almost like the same thing, but like, I'm not going to say same thing. I take that back, sorry. I'm going to say half and half.
And we both adore animals. We both love animals. And we're a couple years apart.
Yeah.
I'm going to be 21 and he's going to be 24. 25. Sorry, I was trying to make you be a little bit younger.
Too late.
And, well, that's pretty much all there is to say. Because, I mean, I can't think of any more. He can't think of any more. So, we'll leave it
like
at
that.
this.
But like we said, if you want me to talk more, just comment down below, and I might maybe want to one day. But until then, sorry.
Thank you guys so much for tuning into this boyfriend tag. Well, I should say fiance tag, really, because he's my fiance. You know, we're not a teenage couple. We're not, you know, young. We're actually adults that are going to be married soon. So, I'm just going to probably call this a fiance tag, not a boyfriend tag, because he's more of a fiance. He's actually what I like to consider more permanent than, you know, boyfriend status is, you know, just started out being a couple or whatever. But fiance is a whole nother level. So, I don't consider him a boyfriend. I consider him a fiance more than ever, you know. So, I mean, I don't mean to offend anyone. If you know, you just say, "Well, that's my boyfriend," even though you're engaged or whatever. But that's how I look on my view. You don't have to take it from me or whatever, you know. But or offensively, you know. I'm just saying because that's my fiance, not my boyfriend, not my, you know, whatever. Just my fiance, soon to be husband. So. But anyway. Hit like if you like this video, and if you guys dislike this video, that's okay. Just comment down below why you disliked it, and I will try my best to make a better video for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching my videos, and please, like I always say, subscribe, and if you want to see him in future videos doing anything, comment down below also, guys. Thank you guys. Bye, guys.